baseball coming your way tonight from New Yankee Stadium. It's the Red Sox and Yankees. Hold on, it's next. After playing across the street for some 85 years, there's a new ballpark in the Bronx, New Yankee Stadium, the site for this edition of Major League Baseball presented by The Show. We've got, without a doubt, the best rivalry in baseball for you straight ahead, as it'll be the Boston Red Sox taking on the New York Yankees. And a welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here to take you through this one. We'll hear from my colleagues Dave Campbell and Eric Karros momentarily. But first, what say we check out our starting lineup? It's presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And they'll have a tough task ahead indeed, as they'll have to go to work against the big fella, the third-place finisher in the American League Cy Young Award balloting for 2010, left-hander CC Sabathia. A look there at the Yankees defensively, and they feature an infield full of Gold Glove Award winners as Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira all took home hardware in 2010. Striding forward is the leadoff man Jacoby Ellsbury, and we are just about ready for baseball from New York. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Using the fastball exclusively here, it's 0-2.
Two straight fastballs to start things out tonight. He wants to establish speed early.
Not a bad pitch there with two strikes, but it misses. 1-2. And not a bad night for baseball, and even 70 degrees here at game time. Here's Sabathia on 1-2. Slider, strike three called as the leadoff man is set down looking to open up the ball game.
About the only thing you can control in baseball is how you pitch to somebody. If you've got a good plan and you execute your pitches, you've got a good chance to be successful.
So the leadoff man retired for Dustin Pedroia. Here's strike one now from Sabathia, a guy who got some first-place votes in the Cy Young balloting a year ago. That surprise you guys at all?
I could see it. Personally, though, I thought Hernandez was the right choice, and I think Price was better, too. But, you know, with 21 wins for a playoff team, he was a strong candidate.
So two-gun in the inning now for Carl Crawford. Here's the first pitch to him. And here's strike one to Carl Crawford, playing in a new uniform and for a new organization for the first time in his career.
And I think apart maybe from Cliff Lee, Crawford was the real prize in free agency this offseason. And just the threat he poses and so many facets of the game makes him one of the most talented players around.
And this is ripped down the first base line. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Wow, and you can bet he was saving that pitch. Good job to lay off.
Has to fight to stay alive as this is fouled off to the right. And this is on the ground toward the hole. And they will get... No! He's in there. A very close play at first.
We've talked about it before, but there is no such thing as a routine ground ball with this guy at the plate. And he proves that here, as this will go as an infield single.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And now we'll see the third baseman, Kevin Youkilis. Now a ball rolled slowly down the third baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. And he'll throw over to first, and the runner back safely. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. 2 out with the man at first. Looking to throw to first by Sabathia. And they'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And Youkilis swings and sends a routine ground ball to short. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So a good start here in the first for CC Sabathia. Red Sox nothing. Yankees coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the Show. Starting lineup for the Yankees, as presented by Joe Girardi, will look like this. They'll have to match up against a 2-time All-Star and World Series MVP from way back in 2003, the hard-throwing right-hander Josh Beckett. And in the field, the Red Sox will look like this behind him. Here comes the captain, Derek Jeter, now as he'll lead things off in the home half of inning number 1. And here's strike 1 now to Jeter, a guy who was a free agent in the offseason. Do you think there was ever a chance that he was going to leave New York?
None. No way. I mean, that's a Yankee lifer if there ever was one.
0-2 pitch to Jeter. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
And this is how big innings can sometimes get started. This is an 0-2 pitch. Certainly no intent here, but this comes in and gets him, and now that leadoff man's on base for free.
Curtis Granderson is at the plate as he looks at ball 1.
And here in the first, he's going to run into big trouble if he can't locate his pitches better than that.
And now a double play ball perhaps for Pedroia. Scudero. Relay to Gonzalez, and it's a double play.
Yeah, and this turns out to be a one-hop rocket. And it has to be if you want to double up a guy like this. But you'll see him spear it on the hop and make the good feed at second to start the double play.
So 2 are gone here in the inning for Mark Teixeira. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball 1. Now a fastball driven the other way out to deep left field. And Crawford will put this one away to retire the side. Nothing in the Yankee first. We'll head to the second at the stadium with no score. Adrian Gonzalez will step in to lead things off here for the Red Sox. Big Poppy on deck to follow. First pitch coming. Sabathia really putting all of his body behind that fastball. It's strike one. Comes back with a fastball again as he's in control. 0-2.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. And there's a pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2-2. Now the 2-2 home from Sabathia. And that's swung on and missed, so Adrian's a strikeout victim here, and there's one away.
We'll take another look at the sequence here on Show Track. You'll see all that hard stuff through the first 4 pitches, but then on pitch number 5, he finally turns to something off speed, and that just leaves the guy at the plate with no chance.
So 1 gone in the inning now as that brings in the dangerous David Ortiz. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. Martin is there to make the catch, and a break there as Ortiz is retired on just 1 pitch.
Boy, and he can only look away in disgust. He had a great pitch to hit, but he hit it right up the elevator shaft.
First 2 set down now for J.D. Drew. Starts him out with a slider too low for ball 1. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. And that is past A-Rod and Jeter, a base hit.
Didn't have a whole lot of choice there on 2-0. You had to go after him. But when you leave that ball out over the plate, this can be the result. That's what being patient and waiting for your pitch will get you.
Jared Saltalamacchia will take his cuts now. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. A-Rod will lead it off when we get back. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. And there indeed is Alex Rodriguez now. We'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
And there is probably no one in the concession lines right now. This is the matchup these folks came to see.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Crawford arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Still can't find that first hit. This ball certainly hit hard enough, but maybe too hard as it finds the outfielder's glove.
Leadoff man gone now for Robinson Cano. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Bottom of the second here with no score. Now here's Beckett with the 1-0. Now here's a fastball up that he sends in the air out to fairly deep center field. And Ellsbury will put this one away for out number 2.
And this is living dangerously here at this place. That's back-to-back flyouts here to start the inning. Well, he'll take the 2 outs, but he's going to need to keep the ball down if he wants to be successful.
Nick Swisher is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Boy, and he has been razor sharp these first 2 innings.
And a big rip by Swisher, but he comes up empty. It's 0-2.
Yeah, and that fastball showing plenty of life to it in these first couple of innings.
Fouled straight back. Now a swing and a hard hit ball back through the box. And Scudero with the dive, but he comes up empty. It's a base hit.
And this is a case of giving a hitter too much information. Even though he gets ahead 0-2 with the same pitch, he gives the guy on the plate an understanding of what it looks like. Now when it comes in the third time, there's no deception, and he's right on this thing.
Jorge Posada digs in at the plate. Good fastball there from Beckett. 95 on the gun, 0-1.
Just overmatched him there.
Swing and a grounder pulled foul down the line at first. And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. We play 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Marco Scudero will start things off for the Red Sox with the top of the order. Jacoby Ellsbury to follow. First offering on the way. In there at the knees, strike 1.
And we get the sense that both of these teams are just sort of feeling out the opposition here the first time through.
1 strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1.
And that's what that four-seamer will do. It has a tendency to really rise at the end.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
This is a big pitch coming up. You do not want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless ball game.
Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3. Jacoby Ellsbury will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. On the ground for Cano. This could be 2. The second for 1, and it's right over his head.
Thought they might have a chance for 2, but they wind up with none. We'll see how that changes things.
Dustin Pedroia will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now the first pitch from CeCe. Good fastball from Sabathia to start the at-bat. It's strike 1.
And in a National League game, this might be a spot to put one down, but I sort of doubt we'll see that here.
Gardner has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1. One gone here in the Boston third. And standing in, the big catch of the 2011 offseason, the Sox new left fielder, Carl Crawford. In there, and it's 0-1.
And remember, this is a very tough guy to double up, so even on a ground ball, they might not get out of the inning.
And 0-2 now as Crawford comes up empty on that one. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Swisher is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. Oh, and the throw is over his head.
Yep, he made
it. Kevin Youkilis will stand in. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time. Now a ball hit foul off to the right and up into the crowd. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
And he's making a lot of high-intensity pitches here early in the game. something to keep an eye on as we go along.
Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. Here's Sabathia on 1-2. And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul. And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. Boston strands a couple. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Russell Martin makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. And here's a nice curveball from Beckett as he jumps ahead, 0-1.
And it looks like he's found a nice release point on that curveball.
And the fastball is lined into right field for a leadoff single.
Not a bad guy to have hitting in your 8 spot. You know, that guy's no slouch up there, and he comes through with a solid single here.
Brett Gardner will be the batter. Beckett checks, now the pitch. At the knees, strike 1. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats, foul. And he gets him to go after 1-0-2 as this is popped in the air toward the left side of the infield. And Youkilis makes the play for the first out.
Yeah, here's a look at this last pitch. We'll stop it on the point of impact to show you where it was, and this is very clearly going to be a ball high, but he just couldn't stop himself and winds up popping it up.
One gone, and Derek Jeter will stand in. The AL's starting shortstop on last season's All-Star team. Well, this is speared by the first baseman, and he will hasten his way back to first where he's in there safely.
And this is where a pitcher says, you know, for all the infield singles and broken bat bleeders I give up, I deserve a few outs on hard-hit line drives. It's pretty hard to argue with him.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and standing in now is the dangerous center fielder, Curtis Granderson. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Called strike 0-2.
And he's come back pretty sharply ever since giving up that leadoff single.
And that's a setup pitch right there, 1-2. Beckett deals now on 1-2. And he's bunting here with 2 strikes and 2 out. And he misses and likely will get an earful here as that retires the side. 1 left for the Yankees. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Adrian Gonzalez will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
Tough guy to face here to start this inning.
And, looked good on the monitor, but it's 2-0.
Well, I think the big fella wanted the call, but he didn't get it.
Popped up towards the seats as this gets out of play. Oh, and a perfect location there as he catches the corner for strike 2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away. David Ortiz will dig in. He popped out in foul territory his first time. First pitch coming. swing, hot shot to the left side. And into left field for a one-out hit.
And it's a little surprising we don't see him try this more often. You can see the big shift on the right side of the infield, so what does he do? He hits it to the left side for an easy base hit. Nothing to it.
J.D. Drew will dig in. He singled his first time around. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. On the ground for Jeter, this could be two. Cano for one. Back to Teixeira, and it's not in time as they just get the one. Jared Saltalamacchia will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Drew holding on base. Now the pitch. Low for ball one. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour. A ball and a strike.
I'm surprised he didn't take a whack at that one.
And now this is swung on and pulled down the third base line. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. Mark Teixeira will lead things off here for the Yankees with A-Rod and Cano to follow. Beckett ready with the first pitch. And a changeup by Beckett as he gets ahead, no balls and a strike.
And now you've got the 3, 4, and 5 guys due here to start the fourth. So hopefully they're set up for some kind of a breakthrough against this guy.
Throws him on the bender there, and he's in the hole 0-2.
Yeah, and both these pitches have been strikes, but neither's been in a spot he can drive.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Another 0-2 coming. And a good two-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. And boy, what a battle brewing here as he fouls yet another pitch into the seats. Still stuck on 0-2. And he's bunting with two strikes, but can't connect, so a real wasted at-bat there. So the leadoff man gone here, and they'll face A-Rod with the bases empty. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Now Beckett on 0-1. Out in front of this one as he pulls it foul down the third base line. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. And he's bunting here with two strikes, but he misses, and that's a rather weak out number two.
He's making quick work of the middle of this lineup. Back-to-back strikeouts against their number 3 and 4 hitters.
So two are gone now in the Yankee half of the fourth, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Oh, and a good bender that time by Beckett. It's 0-1. In the air to left center. Waiting for it is Crawford. And he will make the catch, so that'll do it. Good work that time by Josh Beckett. It remains 0-0. Marco Scutaro will start things off for the Red Sox with the top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury to follow. Now here's the first pitch. Hit hard. Foul. Under this one just a bit, as this is a fly ball for the center fielder, Granderson. And this is going to find the wall out near the Yankee bullpen. Around second, he'll try for third. Oh, and the throw sails. It's over his head. And he is into third base here with a leadoff triple.
And it always helps when you can get a little production out of that number 9 spot in your lineup. He gives them a spark to start the inning with a leadoff triple.
Jacoby Ellsbury will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now a bullet to first, but right there is Teixeira as he spears it for the first down.
And Matt, sometimes you just don't catch the breaks. That should have been a run, but this thing gets speared before it can get through.
So a runner at third here with 1 gone, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Line down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. At the knees, ruled a ball. It's 1-1 now.
We've seen that same pitch be called a strike more than once.
Swing, hard hit ball to second. A throw to the plate, and the slide is going to beat the tag by Martin. He's in there at the plate.
Well, that might have been trying to bite off a little more than you can chew for the second baseman. He comes home with this thing, but I think he certainly would have been better off just taking the easy out at first.
So a runner on first with 1 out now, and that'll bring in the dangerous left fielder, Carl Crawford. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And you always want to get that first pitch strike in there when you've got to face a dangerous hitter like this.
There goes Pedroia. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And they won't get him. It's a stolen base for Pedroia.
Well, these guys haven't had a ton of base runners, so they haven't had a chance to run on this guy through the first half of the game. But he picked a good spot to run there, and he makes it into second safely.
Hit hard toward first. And Teixeira won't get a glove on it. It's a fair ball. And it bounces around down there now. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
Boy, and this is just a good aggressive swing right there. Just about came out of his socks that time as he yanks this thing down the right field line, and he's in with the RBI double.
Kevin Youkilis will dig in. 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And the first pitch is taken for strike 1. Are you guys surprised to see this in the strike zone?
I am. Personally, I'd walk him, but it appears they're not going to go that route.
And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Takes something off, but it's 1-2 now.
Got to be tempting to try to sneak a fastball by him inside, but you do run the risk of him really getting a hold of one.
But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Swing and a line drive to left. Gardner is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
And as you take a look at this again, you see him get the bat head out in front of this nicely as he rips it to left. But unfortunately, it's right at the left fielder who takes it without much of a problem.
Man at second here with 2 away. And now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. Fouled back. Swinging a hard-hit ball back up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. But they'll get the out at first anyway. And that, rather bizarrely, will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Nick Swisher will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. And this ball will be chopped foul. Now here's the pitch. And the good fastball that time from Beckett, sent on the ground for Pedroia at second. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Well, you always want to be aggressive at the plate, but my goodness, look at that ball-to-strike ratio so far. These guys are swinging at everything. I mean, everything.
Now a ball lined hard toward right center. And he is going to reach. It's a base hit. And now this will rattle up against the fence. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, this is one of the few mistakes he's made all game long. Not too many guys have made solid contact so far, but he squared that one up pretty well.
So a runner on second with 1 down now. And that'll bring in the all-star catcher, Russell Martin. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through at 1 strike.
And with all this first pitch swinging, he's hardly broken a sweat out there.
In the dirt, but Saltalamacchia is there to smother it. The throw will go to third, and they will get him on the recovery down at third. So you can forget the wild pitch. It's a 2-5 putout, and now there are 2 gone. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
And perhaps most amazing about this at bat is he's got it to 1-2 without even going to the fastball yet.
And a swing and a miss as he pulled the string on the breaking ball, and the inning is over. So put another 0 on the board as they've been held scoreless through 5. David Ortiz will get things started here in the top of inning number 6. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1.
And now as a pitcher, you just got to go out there and do what you can. Then wait for your ball club to get you some runs.
Now a pitch swung on and missed as the count goes to 0-2 to Ortiz. And this is fouled back and out of play. The 0-2 once more from Sabathia. Low and away with that one. It's 1-2. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. Hit hard but foul. Now here's another pitch fouled off and heading for the seats, and he's just fighting to stay alive here. Still 2-2. Swinging a ball hit hard on the ground at first. And Teixeira steps on first himself to record the out.
And that sinker is such a great weapon to have, and you can see right there how much he likes to go to it on our pitch breakdown.
Now the first pitch from CC. J.D. Drew stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
And coming off that long duel to start the inning, you wonder if maybe he'll try to pitch to contact here.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And this pitch is lined into center field, and he's going to reach with his second hit of the night.
Well, they pulled the string on the changeup that time, but he would have no part of it as he just waits and nets himself a base hit.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring in the fine young catcher, Jared Saltalamacchia. Drew holding on base, now the pitch. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. And a ball outside apparently. 1-1.
Well, I need to see that again because I agree. It looked like he flat missed that call behind the plate.
Fastball called strike. 1-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
And he's been effective coming inside so far tonight. I don't think this was in the strike zone, and Show Track will confirm that. But that's close enough that he felt he had to take a rip.
Marco Scudero steps in now. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. Around third and being waved on home. Oh, he airmails that one right over his head. And the runner will score from first.
Now State Farm's going to give us a look at this in show motion. Look at how the bat head gets out in front of the plate, how those hands turn over nicely there. That's what caused him to really spin on that one.
So a runner at second, 2 down now, and it's back to the top of the order now for Jacoby Ellsbury. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And that's in there for strike 1.
Still another important run out there at second. You'd love to make this a 4-run game with a base hit.
Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. But he will make the catch on the dead run as he tracks it down just shy of the wall, and the side is retired. Red Sox strike for a run on the RBI double. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. Boston leads it 3-0. Brett Gardner will lead things off for the Yankees. 9-1-2 with leadoff man Derek Jeter on deck. Swinging on the first pitch, and this is bounced to the shortstop. And the throw on by Scudero's in time for out number 1.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Derek Jeter stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1.
And all this good work on the mound so far can be undone with 1 bad inning. So focus needs to be sharp right here.
And he lays off for ball 1.
Yeah, you got to get on top of that pitch or else it'll take off like that one did.
On good opposite field power here as this fastball is taken high and deep to right. There to play this one is Drew, and he takes it for out number 2. So 2 gone in the inning for Curtis Granderson. Now the first pitch. Too low, 1-0.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Couldn't lay off that time, and it's 1-2.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
Beckett deals now on 1-2. Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And Granderson can fly, remember. He's got extra bases here. And now Ellsbury will get it in off the wall. And a high throw to Adrian as it's over his head. The tag, and they got him as he couldn't get back to second. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. We're through 6 full. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Yankees nothing. Dustin Pedroia will step in, 0 for 3, but with an RBI. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to milk one more inning out of him on the mound.
In there, and he's in control 0-2 now. And a slider. Oh, got a favorable call on that one as that's the first out of the inning.
And now on the mound, he's just got to try and keep his team in the game and hope sooner or later they can generate some offense.
So 1 gone in the inning for Carl Crawford. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Sabathia ready with the 0-1. And there's ball 1.
And even though he's been sharp on the mound, I'm guessing he may need some help from that bullpen before this one's said and done.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Boy, he might be saving that slider again until he gets to 2 strikes.
Grounded, foul. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. 3-2 now.
Now you got the big thunder coming next, so you do not want to lose this guy.
And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. Now the 3-2 pitch. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
And that's a tough one to lay off here on 3-2. Does this wind up finding the strike zone? Showtrack says, nope, that's a little high. That's a good call.
Kevin Youkilis will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2.
And we haven't seen any home runs yet, but that could change in a hurry.
Here's the 0-2 from Sabathia. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. And yet another foul ball here as this finds the seats, and the count will remain at 0-2. And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. And plenty of room out there for Granderson, and there are 2 away now.
And this is normally a great fly ball park for hitters, but it sure hasn't been tonight. Credit our 2 starters for keeping the ball down, which in turn has meant no home runs for either team.
And he'll get back in safely. A look at Crawford, now the pitch. And now the bat explodes as this has popped up. And Martin will make the play here, and the inning is over. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. Mark Teixeira will dig in now. Switch hitter batting left. And a curveball drops in there for strike 1. And now the lefty Hideki Okajima's up and throwing in that Red Sox bullpen. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
And this might be one of those situations where if you've been around the plate a lot, umpires, they'll reward you with a call that you maybe wouldn't have gotten earlier.
No problem for Youkilis, and there's 1 gone.
And you could bet he'd love to get through the middle of this order one more time tonight without getting burned. He's got the first out right there.
Alex Rodriguez is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. Now, they can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
And A-Rod swings and misses at that one. He's in a quick 0-2 hole now. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd of foul ball. And rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
And you can tell by his body language he is not enjoying his at-bats here tonight. But he can't get down because he's still likely to get one more at-bat to do some damage.
Robinson Cano will dig in. 0 for 2 thus far. And he gets ahead 0-1.
And he's still just 65 pitches for the game total. That is exceedingly low.
And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Action now in that Boston bullpen as the veteran right-hander Dan Wheeler's cranking it up. And this is taken for a ball. Looked pretty good, but it's 2-1 now.
Beckett's one of those guys that wears his emotions on his sleeve. If he thought it was a strike, he's going to let you know.
Swinging a hard liner to center field. Ellsbury is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3, still down 3-0. David Ortiz will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. And we'll have a pitching change here as Damaso Marte now takes over on the mound. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Inside as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. I mean, that couldn't have been an easy take.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. And this is going to find its way into right for a base hit. And the leadoff man's on to start the 8th. Oh, and he throws it away.
Sometimes outfielders feel like they really got to come up firing as fast as they can. It looked like he got a little out of rhythm there, and this one took off on him.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. No one out with a runner at second. He waits. Now the pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Fouled back. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. 8th inning now from Yankee Stadium. Yankees and Red Sox with Boston out in front in this one as you get a look at the line score through the first 7 innings. Jared Saltalamacchia is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1.
And on the mound, you've got to keep this game within striking distance at 3, so that's an important run out there at second base.
But this will get foul for strike 2. He's ready. Now the pitch. A and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Well, he just hadn't looked very comfortable up there throughout the entire game. He might have been pressing a little bit right there because he chased a bad pitch, and now he's going to head back to the dugout wearing an 0 for 4 collar.
Marco Scudero will step in with a double and a triple to his credit thus far. And here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
And they leave the lefty in to face the righty. This must be all about having a gut feeling as a manager.
Now a swing and a fly ball hit fairly well out to deep center field. There now is Granderson as he makes the catch to retire the side. Nick Swisher will start things out when we come back. They trail it here 3-0. And here is Nick Swisher now. He'll stand in against Josh Beckett to get the inning underway. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1.
And here in the 8th inning, he's amazingly still just 2 over the minimum.
Now Beckett on 0-1. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Swing and a shot toward right center. And he will reach down to put this one away. Good job of hanging with it there for the first out. Jorge Posada will stand in. Oh, and a big breaker that time from Beckett as he jumps ahead, no balls and a strike.
Whew. That's one of his best pitches tonight.
Took something off there, but this is hit well anyway out to deep center. Ellsbury is back, though, and he's there to put it away, 2 down.
Into the 8th inning of work now, and if it's possible, it looks like he's just getting better as he goes along.
Russell Martin will dig in now, 1 for 2 to this point. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1.
And these guys aren't out of this game, but their chances are diminishing by the second.
Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. There to take it is Scudero. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning is over. He's through 8 with the shutout intact. Jacoby Ellsbury will get us started as they look for a little insurance here in the top of the 9th. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
And they've had his number all night long. They've been able to get ahead early in the count.
Now a late bunt attempt here, but he misses strike 2.
Yeah, and this is definitely becoming part of Ellsbury's game. He can beat that out if you're not careful.
Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Nothing but zeros in the run column to this point as you get a look at what's coming up in the bottom of the 9th as they'll try to at least find their way onto the scoreboard and ruin the shutout. Dustin Pedroia is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That might have been a reputation call there.
And this is fouled straight back. Here it comes. Sliced down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Here's a swing and a fly ball without a whole lot behind it towards Swisher out in right. And that's out number 2. Carl Crawford will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. First pitch to him. Now we'll try to beat one out here, but this will be just foul. misses here with the slurve, even at 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now Crawford swings and pulls this one on the ground to second. And the ball hops on Teixeira, but he's able to stay with it. Nice play for the final out. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Brett Gardner will stride in, grounded out his last time through. Swing, and he shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Now a fastball, and it's hit on the ground to short. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Well, he knew he had to hurry the throw. I mean, this is one of the faster guys in the league, so he didn't really have time to get set, and his throw just can't find the target.
Derek Jeter will stand in 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And that misses inside 1-0.
Big gap on the right side if Jeter can steer one that way.
That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
And he is not leaving anything in the tank. He's going to finish this one strong.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Nobody out, runner on first. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Pedroia on to first, and they're able to get Jeter. It's a double play.
Boy, you couldn't ask for a better time for a double play ball, as now he's just 1 out away from picking up the shutout victory.
Curtis Granderson will stand in as their last chance now. Curveball taken outside to begin the at-bat. Ball 1.
And now at the plate, you got to do something to get this guy out of the role he's been on.
Grounded, foul. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll put this one away, and the Red Sox get a complete game shutout from their starter as this ball game is over.
Say what you want about the curse being lifted, but the Red Sox don't seem to be intimidated by the dreaded Yankees anymore, and they've proved it again in this one.
So the Red Sox helped out quite a bit by the start turned in by this man. Josh Beckett, talk about a worthy recipient. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, Matt, there's no debate in my mind. The thing I liked was the way he really challenged these hitters. Nothing fancy. He just went right after him. That allowed him to throw the shutout.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Matt Vasgersian, Dave Campbell, Eric Karros. This has been a presentation of MLB 11 The Show. For more, find us online at theshownation.com. The Red Sox win it 3-0. A recap of our night at Yankee Stadium is next. And now for all of us at the show, good night, everybody.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Boston Red Sox. 3 runs.